Imagine waking up tomorrow, checking your bank account, and seeing your life savings still there. Same number, same digits, same balance. But somehow, it's no longer enough to pay your bills. No warning, no crash, no headline telling you it's over. Just gone. Not the money, the value. That's exactly what happened to millions of people across history. And if you think it can't happen in the United States, you might be making the same mistake they did. Welcome to Wealth Flow, where we break down real economic patterns, hidden financial risks, and the truths most people never see coming. If you care about protecting your money, your future, and your freedom, make sure you hit subscribe, because what you're about to learn today could completely change how you see money forever. Brain emoji, Part 1, The Big Lie About Financial Safety. Most people believe financial collapse looks like an explosion. A sudden crash. Stock markets falling. Banks shutting down overnight. But history tells a very different story. Collapse doesn't start with panic. It starts with comfort. Slow inflation. Rising costs. Slight adjustments. And people adapting, without realizing what's happening. Until one day, they look down, and the floor is gone. Africa emoji, Part 2, This has already happened, multiple times. Let's be very clear. This is not theory. This is history. In Argentina, 2001, bank accounts were frozen. In Germany, 1923, money became worthless. In Zimbabwe, 2008, inflation hit unimaginable levels. In Venezuela, 2016 to 2019, savings disappeared. In Lebanon, 2019, people couldn't access their own money. Different countries, different cultures, different systems. Same outcome. Bomb emoji, Part 3, How IT Really Happens. Simple explanation. Here's the mechanism behind every currency crisis. 1. Governments spend more than they earn. 2. They borrow money. 3. Debt grows. 4. Borrowing becomes difficult. 5. So they print more money. This is called monetary debasement. Let's simplify it. If there are 10 items and $10, each item costs $1. If money doubles to $20, but items stay the same, now each item costs $2. Nothing changed, except your money lost value. That's inflation. That's debasement. And over time, that destroys wealth. Warning emoji, Part 4, The 5 Most Dangerous Assets During a Collapse. Now here's the part most people never hear. These are the 5 assets that history shows get destroyed first. Crossmark emoji, 1. Long-term government bonds. These are considered safe. In the US, they're called treasury bonds. But here's the truth, they are promises, paid in a currency that can lose value. In Germany, 1923, people held government bonds, and got paid exactly what they were promised. But that money was worth almost nothing. The contract didn't fail. The currency did. Crossmark emoji, 2. Cash savings, bank accounts. This one shocks people the most. Your savings account feels safe, stable, secure. But it's actually the most exposed. Because it is 100% tied to the currency. In Zimbabwe, people had trillions in their accounts, and couldn't buy bread. In Venezuela, savings were wiped out by inflation. In Argentina, people couldn't withdraw their money. Cash doesn't collapse visibly. It collapses silently. Crossmark emoji. 3. Fixed pensions and annuities. This is the biggest trap for retirees. You get a fixed monthly income. Sounds secure. But during inflation, that fixed amount becomes worthless. In Germany, pensioners received payments that couldn't even buy food. The payment stayed the same. The value disappeared. Crossmark emoji. 4. Large bank deposits. Here's something most people don't know: money in the bank is not fully yours. Above insured limits, you are technically a creditor. In Cyprus, 2013, people lost up to 47% of their bank deposits. In Lebanon, withdrawals were restricted. People had money, but couldn't access it. Crossmark emoji. 5. Being 100% inside the system. This is the most dangerous position. Not one asset, but a situation. If all your wealth is in banks and bonds and pensions in one currency, then you are fully exposed. And history shows that's when people lose everything. Brain emoji. Part 5. What protected people in history? Now here's where it gets interesting. People who survived these crises had 3 things in common. White checkmark emoji. 1. Real assets. Things with intrinsic value, property, land, businesses. These don't rely on currency. They produce value. Food, income, shelter. White checkmark emoji. 2. Diversification across systems. Not just investments, but locations. People with money in different countries, different banking systems, were far more protected. White checkmark emoji. 3. Strategic debt. Surprisingly, this sounds crazy, but it's true. People with debt and a collapsing currency actually benefited, because inflation reduces debt value. In Argentina, homeowners with mortgages ended up paying much less in real terms. USA emoji. Part 6. What about the United States? Now the big question: could this happen in the US? Let's be clear. The United States is not Argentina. It's not Zimbabwe. It has strong institutions, global reserve currency, deep financial markets, but the same patterns exist: rising national debt, money printing, inflation cycles. And remember, every crisis in history looked stable until it wasn't. Warning emoji. Part 7. The real risk most people miss. The biggest risk is not collapse. It's slow erosion. Your money doesn't disappear overnight. It loses power, year by year. Quietly. Silently. Until one day, you realize it's not enough anymore. Bullseye emoji. Part 8. Let's go back to Elena. A teacher. 22 years of savings. Did everything right. Saved in dollars. Trusted the system. And still lost most of it. Not because she was reckless, but because she was fully inside the system. Her neighbor? He diversified. Owned property. Held some physical cash. He didn't escape untouched, but he survived. Most people will ignore this because it's uncomfortable, because it challenges everything they've been taught. But a small number of people will understand the pattern and prepare differently. If you want to be one of them, subscribe to Wealth Flow. Because we don't predict fear, we reveal patterns. And in a world full of noise, understanding the pattern is the real advantage. Warning emoji. Safe disclaimer: this content is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Historical patterns do not guarantee future outcomes. Always consult a qualified financial advisor before making any financial decisions. Dash.